Hi guys, I am very excited for today's video. I feel like I say that at the beginning of every video, but I mean, that's a good thing, I guess. And it's because we're doing not really a challenge. Like I've done a few one-day challenges, like how many granny squares I can crochet in a day, how many scrunchies, how many bonnets. This is how many things I can crochet in a week, but I'm not trying to like speed run this. This is just like how much can I make if I go at my normal pace? Kind of for two reasons. Basically, I had this easy breezy sweater pattern that I came out with last year. It's almost more of a guide. It's like made to measure. You can use any yarn, and it essentially explains just like how to construct a basic sweater, especially if you're new to wearables. But the two sweaters that I used to release the pattern, sorry if you like them, I don't really love either of them. And this pattern has so much potential in terms of what you can make with it. So I really wanted to highlight a few other examples. Okay, it will come as no surprise to you guys that I'm planning this in Milanote. They are sponsoring today's video, but you know I use them in like all my videos. So at the beginning of the year, I made this like kind of insane monster project ideas board. You can see I've actually started like putting green check marks next to the ideas that I've already done, which is exciting. But right here, I already came up with a few ideas for different like easy breezy sweaters that I wanted to do. And I'm gonna go ahead and drag in a board to make a board specifically for this project. And I will make the icon this cute little cloud. Now, when it comes to making your board, they actually have a bunch of templates. Obviously, I like some of the ones under crafts and makers. I think this brainstorm with all the spokes is cool. This mood board is kind of just like a general inspo board, but I'm just going to paste in everything that we already had in our project board. So you can see I had a few different ideas. Right here on the left, I wanted to make one of these sweaters, kind of like this blue and white one that I've made before, where it's a contrast between like a thin mohair and a thicker yarn. I really like the idea of like color blocking or like different colored stripes. But the first one I want to do is actually using these yarns that I got from Hobby. This is the Davina yarn. Basically, I came out with my watercolor brushed sweater pattern. It's like a knit pattern where you work with like a mohair or alpaca and you brush it out to make it fuzzy. And the crocheters were so sad because they were like, I wish I could knit. But if you just use this easy breezy sweater pattern and brush it out, you'll basically get the same effect. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these yarns in here from the Hobby site. And one thing that I love about Milanote is I don't have to like copy and paste this image into the board. If you get the web clipper tool, I can just click right here, click save to easy breezy sweater. And then if you go back to Milanote, it'll pop up right here and unsorted. And then I can just drag it straight into the board. It'll also automatically pull in the link at the bottom, which is nice for me because I obviously need to link all my yarn. And I'm gonna go back to the project ideas board really quickly because I actually already have some inspo saved. Obviously, I was really inspired by this blue and brown kind of striped colorway. I also really love Milanote's color swatch tool. You can actually double click and pull the colors straight from either a product image or an inspo image. So this is actually how I got the like perfect color match for this inspo photo. You can see that the blue and brown match so well. If you want to go ahead and give Milanote a try for yourself, you can just click on the link in my description down below and use it for free with no time limit. I swear it is just the best project planning app, at least for my creative process. So we're just going to start off by either doing a foundation chain or foundation stitches to determine like the circumference of the body of your sweater. I'm going to try and just get this initial measurement right and eat lunch, but I actually need to head out soon because I have a busy day. I'm going to this really cool like antique and jewelry market in the city with my friends. And then I'm going to head to Astoria in Queens and have dinner with my friend Haruka. And we're going to have like a little crochet knitting circle. So hopefully I'll be able to make some progress today. Look at these earrings. Is it a little big for you?
It is big for me.
Mine's too small, yours is too big.
I actually don't hate that shape.
Yeah, I like that shape.
Yeah, they're a little more modern, I feel like. Look how pretty this one is. I'm so obsessed with it. I did not buy an engagement ring.
She did try a
But I did try on
$180,000 diamond ring, so.
And now we're gonna go get a bevy.
You should have just run with it.
Bevy! They have one of these near us in Fort Greene.
Oh. Yeah. Did you retrieve your bag?
Yeah, she did them this morning. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Actually, okay, I wanted to give it to you because I got this like pink heart pendant. You know the pink beaded necklace you made me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's good to keep me mobility.
Oh!
It's so big. Hand for scale.
Is that it? 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 I mean, that looks fucking bomb, too.
Scallop!
All the same color.
Look how stunning Haruka's apartment is.
It's just like barely big enough, you know what I mean?
No, but it's gonna be inside of it a little bit. So all you have to do is just like basically cut out this shape. Is this your sweater?
Yeah.
What do you fear that the shoulders are too narrow? You
Yes.
kind of seamed it really tight.
I know, I don't know how to cast off right, and it just...
No, you can cast off the normal way, but you have to do it like super loose. It's really... Are we talking about that?
I thought it was gonna be like slightly oversized, but as I got to this part, I was like, wait, it's not oversized.
Okay, let me show you how to cast on. Oh, I see an attempt was made. It looks like you're doing it right. You
But I don't know what I'm looking at.
There's nothing particular to put your thing in. I forget how tight your fucking gauge is, bro. This shit is crazy. My god. I see why you want a crochet hook. The fuck? But just make sure you have the same number here and here. I'm gonna say your armholes are kind of big compared to your body.
Fuck!
Okay, I'm gonna make a suggestion that you're not gonna like.
No!
Just listen to me, okay? If you undo this and literally
Undo what?
if you just take this apart,
Okay.
just take like a few rows of the blue off, like then your length will make more sense and then your armhole will make a lot more sense. It's okay, I'll do it.
That's not bad.
I'll do it.
I
I'll do
actually
it.
am okay with that.
You just cut your thing. What you really should have done is just follow my fucking pattern.
Well,
Which, mind you, I started my sweater, finished it, made another sweater, wrote this pattern.
Hey,
all
I
after
was
you started this
distracted.
sweater. You do have a job, to be fair. Now do I start the sleeves?
Yeah.
No!
What is she gonna do?
You set up down here. What have you set up?
Well, you're gonna want a place to just...
That's the problem with Frank.
Wow!
Just like
Such service.
Wait.
Look, I'm sorry. I can't get into this.
Oh.
Look, you're in no fit state.
Not you birthing the meal.
Okay, good morning. It is another insanely gloomy, rainy, overcast day, in case you can't tell. Yesterday, I thought about bringing more yarn, but I was like, I always get too cocky and then I don't actually get that much done. So I only brought one ball of each color. And then naturally, by the time I got to Haruka's, I was out of yarn because I got way more done than I expected. And then that's why I ended up just basically redoing her knit sweater for her instead. But I'm now at the point where I need to split the round into the front and back panel. Oh my gosh, and I had an hour-long subway ride back from her apartment with no project to work on. Like my personal hell. I was worried because, I don't know if you can tell, like the brown yarn looks fuzzy, but the blue yarn is more tubular. Like it's kind of contained, which is weird because it's the same yarn, just in different colors. But I tried brushing it out with Haruka's mohair brush and you can see the blue and the brown do brush out, so I think it'll be fine. The reason I am in my little workout get up is because first I have lunch with my friend Yumi at Chef Katsu. It's this Japanese place that I keep hearing is really good, but I've never tried, so I'm super excited. Then I'm going to my friend Marissa's apartment. She just moved into a new building with a really nice gym, so we're gonna work out. And then I might head to the Cezanne store. I have something I need to return. And they just have a lot of new spring styles that I want to try on in store instead of like constantly, you know, ordering and returning. And then I might go to a cafe and do some editing or some crocheting. I don't know. We'll see. Gonna chuck everything in this giant leather tote. You guys see me use this all the time. I have this one and the black one. It's just the only one that holds the like ridiculous amount of stuff that I carry with me.
So just tell me when to stop.
Oh, I trust your judgment.
Hi, vlog.
Twins. Okay, okay, let's go. Let's go! Oh, so close! Live? How's that possible? You're gonna knit 12, and then you're gonna slip, knit. So that's the one where you. Okay. Hi guys. I would say good morning, but it's not morning because for some reason I had to wait for the leaf blowers to leave my street. They were on just my street they're still there actually, and I'm like, it, I guess, takes a lot longer to leaf blow one street than anyway, okay, I digress. Technically it's day 4, but I spent all of yesterday editing a YouTube video. This is normally my process. I sit down on my computer and literally edit for like 12 to 13 hours straight. That's how long it takes me to edit one. So I'm not gonna count that. It's day 3 in my book because obviously I did no crocheting. And you can see we have the body and I just started one of the sleeves. I do want to try it on for you, but like this top is not really conducive for that. Okay, I guess I'll change 1 second. So you can see this is definitely more of like a slim fitting kind of sweater versus the oversized fit that I normally go for. And for a moment, I honestly thought about just like leaving it as a vest top or like a cap sleeve top, because honestly, it's really cute as a shirt. And so you can see I have the neckline here, but what actually happened is, okay, let me flip this around. So yesterday, or I guess the day before yesterday, I accidentally tried it on backwards, and I like how this looks a lot more. And I'm not saying that you don't need to form a neckline, because if I didn't have like the neckline in the back here, this would be choking me right now. But I like that it gives this kind of like straight across effect. And I do recommend, like if you're doing wider stripes like this, even if you want to have the neckline in the front, it's good to make the top stripe a little bit wider. Because if you think about it, like part of the stripe is going over your shoulder. So if you make it the same width, it'll like look shorter, if that makes sense. And I'm about to head into the city to meet up with Emily, just to get some content, go to an event. So I'm gonna try and finish this today, because after I get back home, I want to finish watching Ballad of Songbird and Snakes with my roommate, so I feel like I can crank out the rest of this easily. To show the help. Good. I think let me see what else they have. Yeah, I'll do gold too. A lot of this is gold. So cute. Oh my god, smart. District 12. Where's Lucy Gray? Dude, they look so good. I'm obsessed with these outfits. They look so good. Slay. Okay, hi guys. The sweater is done, but I just blocked it and it's drying, so I need to wait until it's done blocking so that I can brush it out and then I'll show it to you. But let's go ahead and get started on our next sweater. It's already like 5 p.m. day 4. I'm realizing this concept of like how many sweaters I can crochet in a week passively is a bit of a flawed concept, because if I don't carve out time to crochet, like I don't have time to crochet because there are so many other things going on. Yeah, so I don't, how many sweaters can I crochet in a week? 1, and whatever, we'll see how this video goes. I didn't really think this through, but let's figure out what we want to make next. So I'm zooming in on this one. It's actually kind of similar. Wait, let me pull in from my website. My striped bolero pattern is also kind of this vibe. Okay, gonna pull this in as another inspo pick. I have some yarn combos here that I was thinking about in my original planning video, but I've ended up using both these thick yarns for something else, so I can get rid of these. We can actually go to my yarn combos board. This is not an exhaustive representation of my entire yarn collection, but I'm trying to get better about adding any new yarns that I buy here. Gonna copy all of these lace weight mohairs and then all of these like medium lightweight yarns and copy them over. I do want to use this pink boucle. This was the same one that I used for that pink and red striped sweater, and I really love this kind of like brownish ochre-ish yarn that I bought at Vogue Knitting Live. This kind of ochre mohair with this would be a really beautiful like complementary color palette. The only thing is I am planning on doing this like all white sweater, and so I feel like I don't need to do another monochrome one. I'd rather do like a multicolored one. This could be fun, kind of like pink and, you know, like a yellowish, or okay, I have another mohair that's not in here. This is actually a yarn that a follower sent me. She dyes her own yarn. I'll link it in the description down below. Beautiful selection, but obviously because she does like small lots, there's not a listing on her site for me to like pull into the board. So another great thing about Milanote is I can actually just take a photo of this on my phone. And if you have the Milanote app, you can just go ahead and upload this image directly from your camera roll. And then you'll see that it pops up right under this phone icon on desktop, and then I can just pull it straight in, and then I could just delete everything else and drop this right here. I also am gonna do a quick sketch because for this particular style, you obviously want the top and bottom row of the sweater to be the thicker yarn, because that's kind of what like weighs it down and makes it stable. So I'm just gonna take my pen and draw. I can recognize that this drawing is janky AF, but I need to know how many stripes I'm gonna have so I can figure out how wide to make the stripes. I don't know, actually this drawing, while very impressionist, is cuter than my drawings usually are. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna pull in a note for this first sweater and then just type in how many stitches I used for the like circumference and for the sleeves, as well as how much yarn I used, because I'm gonna be adding this sweater to my Easy Breezy sweater pattern. Reminder that you can try Milanote for free using the link in my description down below. I am high-key so tired and so sleepy right now. Like I could take a nap. I'm out here like drinking my Alani Nu at 5:30 p.m. Oh, it kind of matches the pink. Oh, not me making an Alani Nu themed sweater. Yeah, so I don't have anything on the docket for the rest of the night besides working on this, because I feel like I don't have the brain cells to do anything else. I'm hoping to like make a lot of progress on this to try and catch up so that this video isn't me making 1.5 sweaters in a week.
Does it have to be through from your side?
It doesn't matter, dude. You really haven't watched my YouTube videos. The quality's not that great.
I do!
You do?
My cheese.
Ooh, they're cute. Wow, they're so nice in here. Should we take that too?
You look fucking crazy right now. Let me see. Good.
Okay, hi guys. I just got home. Also, look, I've been adding bag charms to my bags, and this little bow is so cute. I finished my second sweater. I told you that I can actually finish a sweater in a day if I, you know, have the time to crochet. So I finished the body portion last night, and then I did the sleeves today. I will try it on for you in a second, even though I clearly need to weave in the ends. Okay, this is not the tank top I would normally wear under this. I have like a little spaghetti strap cropped tank that goes perfectly with these sweaters, but it's currently in the wash. I'll try it on with that one later because this is looking really weird to me right now. But you can see I made the bottom stripe like 3 rows because it was looking weirdly short to me. And then I was like, actually, I want to do 2 rows. And so then I made this top part a little bit wider to try and like match the 3-row stripe. And I kind of wish I had just made this 2 rows and made this not so thick because there is like a kind of weirdly large amount of pink up here. I don't know, this is really throwing me off right now, but I honestly think a lot of it has to do with the tank top that I have underneath. I totally forgot. I was like lying in bed staring at my clothing rack, and then I remembered that I made these 2. So you can see this is what it looks like if you start with like my bolero pattern and then work off of that. So this is like more of like a curved stripe that goes like this, and it's like worked top down like a raglan, and then you form 2 panels, whereas this is like worked bottom up. So they are slightly different looks. I've thought about releasing a pattern for this or for like a sweater version of the bolero. I don't know. I'll try it on later in the video and figure out how to style it, and then maybe it'll grow on me a little more. I will say what's great about this sweater, like you can see I have still this much of the mohair left. I was convinced I was gonna run out. I was like panicking, and then I ended up being fine. But you know when you see like a really beautiful skein of mohair that's like 50 grams, this is 50 grams, and you're like, what could I possibly make with 1 skein? But then you don't want to buy 2 because it's like expensive. This is kind of the perfect project if you want to just buy 1 skein of like a pretty color. Because if you're my size, you can make a full sweater. If you're like a larger size, you can make something that's more of like a vest cap sleeve top. And then, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about this guy. It won't dry. It's been a day and it's literally still so freaking wet. I think it's just because it's like raining and cold outside. So I'm considering like hitting it with my hair dryer or something. Okay, I feel like, what day is it? It's freaking day 5 and I have not tried on like a truly finished sweater for you yet. But, well, there's no but, that's the whole sentence. Whatever, let's figure out the next sweater that we want to make. You can see I have these like color block ones and I do love them, but these are also all knit. I feel like color work does tend to look better knit, so I'm just gonna put these somewhere else for now and think about that later. The next idea I had was like this all white one. So you can see one of my pattern testers did a version that's like all mohair except for the kind of solid boob stripe, which I also think is really cool. And I do think that I would wear this one more. My only concern is, okay, you can kind of see I basically pulled like all my white yarn out. I have this, which is the Touch Me Mohair in Natural, I think. And then I have this other mohair, but they're not the exact same color. And I feel like that could potentially bother me later. This is not a sound idea. I think I'm just gonna start the sweater with this. And if I run out, we'll pivot. I do need a thicker yarn that goes with it. And this is one of those instances where you think everything's white, but these yarns are a little bit too yellow for the mohair. What I could use, like what actually matches pretty well, is this Karen Latte Cake. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to crochet tonight, but tomorrow I think I'm recording a podcast, so I could probably work on this then and make some progress. I don't know. At least we have 2 sweaters done, okay? Because this video concept is really starting to fall apart. Okay, hi guys, I finished recording the podcast, changed back into my bum outfit. I brushed out this sweater, which actually got a lot fuzzier than I expected. Now, you know I normally use, where's my mohair brush? Oh, right here. I normally use this one, but you can see a lot of the bristles are coming off. This one is a lot less abrasive. I use this for like my knit garments. You can get away with using like a pet brush like this it's like a thicker yarn where you can like break up the fibers without breaking the sweater, so you can use this instead. I'm gonna try them all on for you at the end because honestly, like, the weather is so shitty that nothing looks good and I still can't find the tank top that I normally wear under my sweaters. Here's this one. I wove in all the ends and blocked it. Still kind of hate it, but maybe this will have its redemption arc when I try it on later. And then the white one, where is it? Oh, so I did a stripe at the bottom because I do feel like you just kind of need it to like weigh down the sweater, because otherwise like you don't see the kind of like lacy pattern as well. And now I'm kind of working on the solid boob stripe. The thing is, like, the boob stripe obviously needs to be wide enough for my boobs, but it's going to be wider than the bottom stripe. And I'm like, is that weird? But if I make the boob stripe the same width as the bottom stripe, like, my boobs will fly out if I literally move my arms in any fashion. So I don't know. We're going to figure it out as I go. I'm really sleepy. Again, you're probably like, what is wrong with you? I have not been sleeping well. I don't know why. If you look at my sleep app, I'm like barely entering deep sleep and it makes no sense. But I'm gonna keep grinding on this, and then I actually have a date tonight. And then I think I could easily finish this, honestly, like tonight, or if I don't finish it tonight, then tomorrow. It's such a nice day. My straw's the bent one if you want any. Okay, let's go. Weight is really good. It looks kind of gross though, to be honest. Cheers. I want to see if it's good. You're really taking that bite in slow motion. Oh, she's down. He looks so funny.
He looks a little creepy.
Yeah.
It's like a clown.
Wait, so does the pig. And show me the earrings. I got both. Financially irresponsible. That is way bigger than I expected.
Whoa.
Oh shit. All right, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It's like day 13, 14, something like that. Basically, I got to around here on my second sleeve and I ran out of my mohair yarn. So then I ordered more Touch Me mohair from We Are Knitters. That took a few days to come in and I finished it. And I am actually obsessed with this. It is so cute. I love that I did like more of a wider neckline and I have this little like boob band. It is probably the most my style. Next we have this one. The white tank that I talked about wearing it over is still in the wash. I still have not done laundry, not this random loose end being here. So I just have it on over like a kind of nude colored bra. Still not really my style, but I can appreciate how cute it is. And this like neckline pink situation is bothering me a lot less than it was before. I can't think of any way to style it besides with just dark wash jeans like this. And last up we have this one, which is now fully brushed out. You can see like, versus when you brush out a knit sweater, this has like a much longer kind of fluffier fuzz. And I'm wearing it backwards right now, but it looks really cute with the like normal orientation as well. This one is really, really warm, but really, really cute as well. I need to change out of this though, it's too hot. Me trying to powder away all my face sweat. I know everyone is like so excited for warm weather, and I am, but I'm also like remembering that I am the freaking sweatiest woman on earth. Anyway, the last thing I want to do, I actually, on Milano, in addition to like my planning board, I have a board for all my different pattern releases. And you can see I like to keep all my final versions in this board. So I am going to upload photos of of these 3 versions to the Milano app. And then we can go ahead and drag these into this column right here. And now we have 5 versions. I'm also going to make sure to add these to like the pattern listings and the pattern gallery. And oh, reminder that if you want to sign up for Milano, you can do so for free using the link in my description down below. I am glad I did this. I just worry I might have done it a little bit late in the year. Like it's getting a little bit warm for sweater weather. And honestly, there are still like so many other versions I want to make. I think the color block one would be really cute. And I did want to do just like a solid one. I have some really pretty like variegated yarns that would have worked great for a solid version. I just ran out of time. I don't know why. Like I always complain that I need to stop putting so many projects in one video because that just makes my life harder. And then I make challenges like this where I make like 3 to 4 pieces all in one video. So who do we have to blame for that one? Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, let me know if there are any project ideas you have as the warmer weather comes around. I've like really been in sweater mode, but it's time to start putting together our summer project ideas. I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
You left the kitchen light on.